Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for inviting me in the TTG Greece Fest and giving me the opportunity to be part of such an interesting panel. I believe that many visitors would like to experience Greece differently, and it's true that our country has a lot more to offer besides things we are already associating Greece with. And one of this is cycling. My name is Spiros Papageorgiou. I am the general manager of the NGO Cities for Cycling. We are an official member of European Cyclists Federation and also one of the partners of the Greek National Eurovelo Coordination Center, together with the Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Transportation, and Central Union of Municipalities. So what we do is that we try to make people cycle more and more often. And we do that through lobbying, mentoring, creating different cycling events, and providing solutions. And this is how my cooperation with the beautiful island of Kos has started. So what I will try to do today is to give you an idea about cycling in Kos. Which is the current situation in the island now, what was the idea behind the project of Kos, and which are the methods we have used to provide solutions according to the possible needs of the visitors, and mainly to guide you through pictures, of course, to the beauty of cycling in Kos. So what are you usually thinking when you think about Kos? You think of a sandy beach, clear blue sky, cold drinks, and sun, lots of sun. And you're probably right, because what you're thinking about is true, but it's much more than that. Now, take a look at these pictures, which we took on February this year. And I'm sure that this is not exactly what it comes to mind when you are thinking about this island. So you see beautiful mountains, endless mountain or gravel roads, splendid views, and the absolute experience of the local way of life. The feeling of riding alone for hours without any noise or car disturbing the calmness of the day, or even not another person around. And the scenery can be equally beautiful even when it's raining, because despite the popular belief, yes, sometimes it rains even in Kos. And that is the complete experience Kos can provide to its visitors, as long as they know that they can ask for it, and also how and when to find it. So why cycling in Kos? The first bicycles arrived on Kos more than 100 years ago, when the island came under Italian control around 1912. Cycling was already a thing in Italy, so Italian soldiers used bicycles as their main means of transport and fun. And this is how all started. The locals trying to find ways to support the need of Italian soldiers and also cyclists. So for the first bike shops started to work on the island. The terrain was flat, so it was a matter of time for cycling to become popular to locals also. After the Second World War came the incorporation of the Dodecanese into Greece, and although Italians left the island, the bicycle stayed, and it became something of a local tradition. And now, 70 years later, during summer, there are thousands of bicycle users, and they use their rented bikes either as a mode of daily transportation, or to go to a nearby beach, or as their favorite way to explore the island. But the interesting thing is that all these bicycle users, they are not coming to Kos because they want to cycle. They choose cycling because they come to Kos. Because Kos, it's easy. In Kos, it's easy to ride a bike. But that's a huge opportunity for sustainable tourism. So why not take advantage of the fact and invite, besides your regular visitors, people who would like to enjoy cycling holidays in an island that is ideal for cycling? So this is what the mayor of Kos and his team were thinking about when they approached us, asking for ideas and directions. And our discussion soon turned out to become a complete study about one specific request. how to evolve cycling into a new, fresh, sustainable, and promising tourism product for Kos. The mayor's team took into consideration that the reputation of Kos as a cycling island is quite strong, to let it just fade away. The investment of the tourism industry in the island is too big to be working only for a few months each year. That sustainability is a key factor for the future of the island. And last but not least, that cars take too much free space, and especially in a small island, this turns out to be a bit of a problem. So we had to act fast because in political terms, long-term planning often means in something like 6 months. It had not to be expensive because in such a short time, it's not always easy to finance a new project. And it had also to be clear for the local community to understand it and make them realize that it will not affect much their everyday life. We decided to divide the project in 3 smaller parts, which is cycling as means of transportation for visitors and locals, cycling as an adventure and fun activity, and cycling as training and exercise for the enthusiast. For the first part of the project, we thought that since the bike paths were already there, what was missing was to make it obvious to the visitor and to show that the island supports the use of cycling and makes the life of bicycle users easier. We proposed new connections, as you can see on the map. We proposed improvement of the existing infrastructure and the implementation of new signposting for the city. For the second part, cycling as fun and adventure, we thought to make use of the existing network of mountain and gravel roads. So to start with, we choose 10 different routes of different difficulty level, from super easy to more difficult ones, and we created special signs for the routes. For the third part, which are the long distance routes, we created some new routes to discuss about them with the local community in order to create a long distance network. During the high season, these routes can be quite busy, but the rest of the year they are quite enough and you can easily enjoy cycling there. So why visitors would like to come to Kos for cycling? I mean, there are plenty of reasons why. It's beautiful, it's different, it is a new destination, and certainly by bike you can experience it in a totally different way, especially if you do it outside the peak season for tourism. And this is the thing with cycling. I mean, you don't go for cycling in July and August. What you need to know is what to do, where to go, which means information, to know that you can find all the necessary infrastructure, that you have good quality bike service. This is very important for anyone who uses his bike during holidays, and that the locals are supporting cycling, which is more than true for Kos. To know also that there are more than 6,500 bikes available to rent at any given time, from rather cheap city bikes to the most expensive mountain bikes or e-bikes. There are bike shops of great quality, which can be compared to any first-class bike shop in Europe. And till now, the municipality is handling the project in a very efficient way, I could say. They even create opportunities for below-the-line activities. The most recent one was the invitation of an Italian company who came to Kos to create an expedition and present their new line of gravel bikes. And it definitely worked. So We believe that Kos could soon see the results from their new tourism product, and why not even become a cycling hub for the nearby islands, since it's rather difficult to find so many different bikes in such a variety. Kos, I think, is on the right track, or better, on the right bike path. And it seems that if you love your bike, you will definitely fall in love with Kos as well. Thank you so much for your attention. Yes. Um, you mean a link on our website as Seats for Cycling, or on Kos website for cycling information? Um, Unfortunately, our website is in Greek, but you can easily see it through Google Translation. And Kos has a website which gives a lot of information about cycling on the island. Um, I think the best way is to think about it as 5 days expedition. I mean, in order to cycle from one side to the other, it's not far away. It's like 40 kilometers. I mean, it's not far away, but we have a lot of you have a lot of things to see in the island. I mean, you have the side which is totally flat and it goes by the seaside and it's beautiful, and then you have the mountain, and it's strange because everybody goes to coast, of course, for the sea. So during summer, the mountains are completely empty and free from people, and so you can combine that. So you need a few days in order to experience everything on the island. Yeah. Okay, as I have said, most of the island is totally flat, but still there are a lot of electric bicycles available, of all kind. I mean, you can find city bikes, you can find mountain bikes, or even road racing bikes. I mean, I'm referring to electric bikes now, and all of these bikes are of a very good quality. So you can find electric bicycles almost everywhere in Kos. Yes, they do. Most cycling companies deliver bikes to the hotels. They are very well organized. I have said that there are more than 6,000 bikes available for renting. And, in order to do so, you must be well organized. So in Coast, they are very organized. I mean, you will be surprised how well this is working. The seaside one, the one which starts from the northern part of the island and uh, ends to Mastihari. It's around 25 kilometers, almost totally flat. I mean, if you are the lazy type of cyclist, it's the best option for you. And the other part, which is unbelievably pretty, but it's not so easy. I mean, you can do it easily with an e-bike. It is, as I told you, the mountain routes. Um, the name of the mountain is Vitios, and you can find there so many mountain bike paths, which is unbelievable. Yes, the best month for a cycling trip in Kos is from May to June, and from early October till middle November, I would say. October is a beautiful month, but I prefer spring and early summer because the days, are longer, and the view is wonderful because everything is green. Segways is another way to go for swimming. Maybe I wouldn't suggest it for Kos. I mean for the city of Kos, because there are a lot of cobblestones and things like that. But you can definitely follow the bicycle path, which is around 18 kilometers from one side from the north part to the city side to the southern part, and there it's very easy to use a Segway. Yeah. Also, it's quite easy to hire trailers or attachments for children. You can even hire a cargo bike. Don't Especially for cargo bikes, because it's something new for Greece. Don't expect something extremely fancy, but you can find a cargo bike. But special equipment for children, yes, you can find it easily everywhere. Yes, the interesting part with Kos is that cycling routes are suitable for children and for new cyclists. There are a lot of options for the enthusiast, as I've told you, but even for children, I mean, they can move easily around the island with their bikes if they stay close to the seaside and not to the mountain, which is just a little bit more technical. I mean, it's not dangerous at all. It's just technical. Yeah, this is another opportunity. That's why I told you that Kos could be a hub for the nearby islands. You can go to Kalymnos, you can go to Rhodos. So you can combine. I mean, you can choose Kos as your first as your main destination and take boats, and the trip will take you like I don't know, half an hour, 1 hour to and you will be able to visit two or three nearby islands. One thing I don't know, and I'm really sorry for that, is that if there is special equipment for people with mobility difficulties. In my opinion, it's not so easy to find something like that. But I'm sure that the municipality, of course, will take care of that as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your attention. If you have any questions, of course, you can always email me. Thank you so much.